Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. Both are great starting points, but they lead to slightly different travel experiences. When you travel to Vietnam, most international flights arrive in either Hanoi in the north or Ho Chi Minh City in the south. Both are modern cities with international airports, so at first, the choice may not seem important. But because Vietnam stretches in a long line from north to south, where you begin naturally defines how your journey will unfold. So instead of asking which city is better, it's more helpful to understand how each starting point feels and how it connects to your overall route. If you compare the two cities side by side, the first difference is how they feel when you arrive. In Hanoi, the city is more compact. Streets are narrower, traffic feels closer, and daily life happens right on the street, from food stalls to small shops. In Ho Chi Minh City, the layout is more open. Streets are wider, movement feels more spread out, and it's generally easier to navigate at the beginning. So even though both are busy cities, the experience is quite different. One feels more dense and local, the other more open and accessible. After arrival, the difference between the two cities becomes clearer in your first 1 or 2 days. In Hanoi, the compact layout means everything feels closer. Traffic, shops, street food, and daily life all happening at the same level. This creates a very immersive experience, but it also means you may need a bit of time to adjust, especially with crossing streets or navigating small alleys. In Ho Chi Minh City, the experience is usually more gradual. District 1 is more spread out, with wider sidewalks, clearer navigation, and more indoor spaces like cafes, restaurants, and malls. This can make a big difference after a long flight, especially if you're dealing with jet lag. So in practical terms, Hanoi gives you a more immediate cultural immersion, while Ho Chi Minh City allows a smoother and more comfortable start before exploring further. The difference in your first 1 or 2 days doesn't just affect how you feel, it often influences how you continue your trip. If you begin in a place that feels more immersive and intense like Hanoi, many travelers prefer to keep moving forward rather than going back and forth. The same idea applies in Ho Chi Minh City. After a smoother and more comfortable start, it feels natural to continue in one direction instead of returning to where you started. This is where your route begins to take shape. Instead of thinking about separate destinations, the trip becomes a continuous journey across the country, either from north to south or from south to north. From here, there are 2 common ways to explore Vietnam, depending on where you begin. If your journey begins in Hanoi, many travelers naturally follow a north to south route. But in reality, this is just the backbone of the trip, not a fixed plan. From Hanoi, you have several directions to start with, depending on your interests. You can head east to Ha Long Bay for a 2 to 3 day cruise among limestone islands, or go northwest to Sapa or Ha Giang for trekking, mountain scenery, and local ethnic cultures. Some travelers also spend a few days in Hanoi itself to explore the old quarter, historical sites, and street food before moving on. After the northern region, the journey often continues to central Vietnam, with destinations like Hue for history, Da Nang for beaches, and Hoi An for a more relaxed atmosphere. From there, many travelers continue further south to Ho Chi Minh City. But reaching the south doesn't mean the journey is complete. From Ho Chi Minh City, you still have several options. Explore the Mekong Delta for a slower, river-based lifestyle, travel to Dalat for a cooler mountain environment, or take a short flight to Phu Quoc for beach and island experiences. Because of this, the north to south route is better understood as a continuous journey across regions, where each stop adds a different layer to the experience, rather than a trip with a fixed ending point. If your journey begins in Ho Chi Minh City, the same idea applies in reverse. Many travelers follow a south to north route, but again, this is only a general direction, not a strict structure. From Ho Chi Minh City, you can start with nearby experiences. The Mekong Delta is often a first step, offering a contrast to the city with rivers, local markets, and rural life. If you prefer a cooler climate or different scenery, Dalat is another popular option, with waterfalls, pine forests, and a slower pace. For those looking for beach time early in the trip, Phuoc is also easily accessible by a short domestic flight. After exploring the southern region, the journey can continue to central Vietnam, where Hue Da Nang and Hoi An offer a mix of culture, coastline, and history. From there, travelers usually continue north to Hanoi. But just like in the opposite direction, reaching Hanoi doesn't mean the trip is finished. From the north, you can still explore destinations like Ha Long Bay, Sapa, or Ha Giang, which are very different from what you experienced in the south and central regions. So while this route is often described as south to north, it's not a journey with a fixed end. It's a flexible travel flow where both Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi serve as major gateways, allowing you to continue, adjust, or even loop your trip depending on your plan. Choosing between these two starting points is less about which city is better and more about what works for your trip. If you prefer a smoother arrival and time to adjust after a long flight, starting in Ho Chi Minh City often feels more comfortable. If you're ready to experience local life right away and don't mind a more active start, Hanoi can be a very engaging beginning. Other practical factors also come into play: flight schedules, travel time, and the season, especially if your plan includes northern Vietnam. In the end, both routes offer a complete experience of the country. The difference is simply how that experience unfolds from the first day. Whichever city you choose, you'll likely experience both along the way. The difference is simply where your journey begins and how it unfolds from there. If you want more ideas on routes, itineraries, or travel tips, you can explore our other videos.